I think the obstacle for business is like they need to send their employees for training, then that will increase their expenses.
Yes, agree with you. This is one of the barriers. Expenses is one. If you we know that actually technology can help us really a lot, but the expenses, the cost on maintaining the technology is not easy actually. It's very expensive. Like for example, one of the point bring up by Suchi is like remember the maintenance cost like training. Very good point here. Good point. And any other barriers again?
Miss, if the system down, then they cannot run their business.
Yes, if the system in simple means that the operation might be affected, right? Very good. And then can you continue this point? If the operation affected here, so means that maybe certain portion, like let's say we talk about logistic. You know that logistic is very important. If you send that to your customer the next day will straight away complain, am I right? So if customer complain, then what will be the serious impact?
Their image.
Yes, the company image straight away spoil, and then after that, you know that your goodwill for sure gone already. Is that clear? So that's why this is one of the things we need to bring it up. I'm not sure how many of you are aware, and like for example, during the MCO, you know that actually, I'm sure that all of you know about this shop, Mr. DIY. Mr. DIY is that you know that during MCO, first we have to, all the businesses that they cannot continue as usual. So Mr. DIY are trying to offer for delivery services. And then you can try to go to Mr. DIY Facebook page. You can see during the MCO, right, it's like, straight away, all this one is like nobody is like interested to comment anything to the Facebook page of Mr. DIY. But during the MCO, you know, like just 1 or 2 months only, okay, it's like the complaint is really like crazy. Why? Because it's like they accept the order already, and then they take a long time. Even during they take the order during MCO, but even after CMCO already, they still cannot. The customer after they place the order still cannot accept the goods. Can you imagine how bad is that? And then I heard according to the feedback from the system, it's like what they're trying to mention is about the delivery, the logistic. The technology failed to. The system failed to detect the location properly for the customer. So at the end of the day, they can't really send out the goods in time. So that's why at the end of the day, all this kind of like bad reputation coming in. Okay, so that's why a lot of consumer trying to so-called like boycott in the Facebook page, mention that don't buy from Mr. DIY anymore. So that's why this is one of the things that we can imagine. Okay, so that's why it's very serious here. Okay, so this is e-marketing. It is technology. Okay, so very good. Thank you for your contribution. So now I will move on to the next portion now. The next portion is on chapter 4, continue. Okay, part 2 here. And the e-marketing. So you can see that it's like, since we cannot like live without so-called like technology anymore. So even for marketing previously, right, we always talk about like how you go for the conventional marketing. So-called like door-to-door marketing. But now no more already. So now it's like they are talking about, you can see for SBL, right, we highlight on not the normal marketing topic, is the e-marketing. So in simple means that how to make full use with the technology advancement nowadays to expand your business, to so-called like to carry out your marketing activity. So you can see that it's like nowadays most of the so-called like uni, they won't offer just like traditional conventional marketing anymore, because the conventional marketing, right, is not a good strategy to go for, because most of the company now they go for like, let's say for example, they are trying to use social media to like advertise, and some of the business they even like purposely create the apps, the so-called like the system to purposely like go for like to attract people. So that's why this is a kind of e-marketing tools. So for SBL here, we highlight emphasize on the modern so-called like technology e-marketing. So the e-marketing here, I'm sure that when I run through the e-marketing here, you are very familiar with this 4P, because this is the one I'm sure that I'm not sure which unit you cover, but I'm sure that you cover this in your degree. Because degree, I'm sure that your year 1 or year 2, you are taking one subject called marketing, right? So in your marketing, I'm sure that your lecturer will teach you about this 4P. So you are very familiar with the 4P here. So the 4P here stands for the price, the promotion, the place, how you are going to sell your product, and the place where you are going to sell the product, and the product, what kind of product you need to sell. So, but you can see, you are going to ask me, yes, I know the 4P already. These are the things that we cover in degree. But now remember, later on in SBL, right, you need to focus more on e-marketing. So you have to use the technology advancement on to explain on how technology can help you to set for a better price, to set for a better promotion method, and then to set for a better promotion plus, and to set for a better product. So it simply means that how technology can help you in terms of this 4P. So in terms of the price, because now it's like you can see, if you advertise in social media, something you need to admit is it's good. You can easily reach everyone, but the price you have to take note the price will become transparent. So it means that everyone will easily get the price. I mean, can quote for the price. And then after they quote for the price, not necessarily they buy from you. So you found that, like, for example, in Facebook, one of the good example, the consumer always asks you to PM. Am I right? Okay, so after you PM them the price already, the detail already, after that, you know that, okay, there's no obligation for them to buy from you. They can choose not to buy from you. So it means that they just come in and ask for the price only. So that's why in simple means that e-world will make the price become transparent. So if the price becomes transparent, means that the whole market will become more and more competitive. Is that clear? Okay, so because it's like you offer for this price, maybe the other seller can follow you as well. So how technology now, because of the price transparent, is one of the issues we have to tackle now. So how technology can help you to solve for this issue? For example, we can put it in the other way around. For example, why not, since you know that everyone can ask for the price. So from there, you can see the response of your customer. So like, for example, if you are selling for higher price, you can see that most of the customer, after they ask for the price, right, they will just go. They don't want to, so-called like they don't want to order from you. So you know that most probably your price is too so-called like too expensive. So from there, maybe you can try to think of the way to so-called like give the promotion or reduce the price. So this is another strategy you can tackle back. Okay, for this category. So if you, after you offer for the price, you found that the customer straight away order from you, right? So in simple means that indirectly telling you your price, the price that you offer is considered as appropriate. So this is something so like remember, marketing strategy is like the way, marketing is not only like help you to advertise only. It's like indirectly it's a kind of strategy helping you to reach your customer, to reach your consumer, and then at least give you a chance to sell to the consumer on what you want to sell. So this is something so-called marketing mix strategy. So remember, these are the 4P here, and then even the promotion method you can mention is no longer like the old promotion method, print out the leaflet, try to like distribute the leaflet, not work anymore. So the promotion method maybe can be like, for example, we can consider like, for example, like maybe the promotion is like, instead of promote in Facebook, instead of promote in those like old area, maybe you can try to develop a website and then try to use a website to attract for more customers. This is one of the way you can like, so-called like push out yourself. So this is promotion method, and then the place in simple means that previously for marketing, you know, like it's like they need to choose a place for roadshow. So normally, like for example, they will go for like for us, it's like they always go to the spring to rent for the booth, and after that carry out the roadshow there. But now it's like the place no more already. No more is like this way already. So maybe they still go for roadshow lah, but roadshow is not really like because roadshow, even though you set the booth there, but your target customer is quite limited. So the place here you can think of like how technology helping you. Like if you advertise in your Instagram, your IG, then you know that it's like you can easily reach the consumer customer everywhere, even like different country, they can see you also. So that's why this is one of the things that technology can help you. So in simple means that the marketing mix here is no longer like what you cover before already. The marketing mix here, the 4 P's here is something by using technology, how you improve your business. So this is the idea your examiner always asks from you. So this part here, you can put a big star. This part here is very important, the 4 P's here. But normally your examiner won't ask you to explain all the 4. Normally examiner will just pick out 1 or 2 asking you how the technology advancement can help you to improve this few area in your business. So you have to come out your idea. And then this part here, is it possible for you to so-called like memorize anything or like prepare anything before you see the question paper? Cannot, because this part here, honestly speaking, when the question really tests you, right, you have to really, based on the case study, come out your idea. And then your idea here is all again based on your logical thinking, based on your critical thinking, and then based on your common sense. So this is the 4P. So you just need to remember that what are the 4Ps here talking about. Okay, so after this 4P, right, I'm sure that your marketing manager, your marketing lecturer still telling you, not only the 4 P's here, your marketing lecturer still tell you, actually, these are the 4 P's, which is so-called like very traditional already. And then actually nowadays, right, a lot of businesses not only rely on these 4 only, a lot of businesses out there, they still have to consider about the next 3. So you still got additional 3 P's coming in. So what are the additional 3 P's? So sum up together becomes 7 P's. Okay. So the additional 3 P's here is like number 1, the people. The people is also one of the critical part. It's just like, for example, some of you maybe, I'm not sure how many of you experience with this, but personally, honestly speaking, I will consider about this as a consumer. Normally, like for example, previously, I mean before the MCO okay. So it's like before this pandemic, the moment when we can go out and enjoy for our meal, I think people for me is an important so-called like important criteria for me to choose a place to take my meal. Okay, for example, I can decide not to go to that place again because of the waiter or waitress very rude, not polite. So that's why this is so-called like the people, because I think the people selling the program for you is very so-called like is very important. The attitude, sometimes not because of the things is very cheap. Sometimes you find that the consumer nowadays is very different already. We are buying something not because of the item is cheap. Okay, not because of the item is very so-called like with very low cost. That's why we buy. No, sometimes we buy for the item, the goods, right? It's because of the people service very good. To the extent that I'm not sure how many of you really like experience with this, but personally, honestly speaking, I experienced with this before. I buy with something, but actually the price is not really cheap. But I buy for it is because of I feel like not good to refuse people. You know why? Because it's like the services is really very very good. So that's why this will make people to come back again. Okay, so this is people. The people, the participant in simple means that the people to serve you. So in a restaurant, normally the people will be the waiter, the waitress, the key person. Okay, then if you go and let's say for example, if you go to Swinburne now, you want to enroll for the course. So I'm sure that the key person will be, before you see the lecturer, I'm sure that the key person will be the marketing staff. Is that clear? Because sometimes imagine if you walk in, just imagine for example, if you walk in to marketing department and then you tell them, I want to enroll for next semester ACCA paper. And then after that, the marketing staff tell you, don't know, everything don't know. How much don't know. When the class start, don't know. And then how much, how long for the duration for the whole paper, don't know also. So if you see this kind of people, I'm sure that the next thing what you are going to do is just go, okay, just leave the, office, right? Why? Because it's like no point for you to enroll, exactly. So that's why this is something so-called like the people is very important, okay? And then on top of the people, that's why you can see people is under marketing strategy. Because if the people, it's a key person. If the people can really serve the customer well, right, at the end of the day, this will be one of the factor make the customer to buy from you, and then even like make the customer to come back again. Is that clear? Okay, so and then the next one will be the process. The process including like the process of payment, the process of register. Like for example, imagine I just use this example, continue. After you decided you want to enroll with the class already, and then the marketing staff asks you to like fill in a few like so-called like a few document. After you fill in a few document followed by a few document again, then I'm sure that the process will make you feel like very tired. Is that clear? So the process, we try to make it as simple as possible. Is that clear? So this is another thing we need to consider. And then the last one will be the physical evidence. So physical evidence is just like, this one, very good to bring out now. But I'm not sure whether Swinburne is like engaged with this one or not. But I know that a lot of uni out there, because it's like now it's like, you know that there's nowhere for you to bring them for physical campus tour anymore. Like before, like for example, normally, you know, the open day, they will ask a group of students to bring the new student, the newcomer, to tour around the campus, remember? Telling the student, okay, this is our block E, this is our block G, okay, and then this is our block A, B, and right, I almost forgot the block name already. Okay, so it's okay, tomorrow I will go back and refresh. Okay, so this is our MPH, okay, but now it's like, you know, okay, there's nowhere for you to bring the physical tour anymore, right? So you found that a lot of uni, they try to provide for those visual campus tour. Visual campus tours mean that they are trying to use the video recording type, okay, and then show the student on, wow, this is your MPH, okay, this is the place that is supposed you need to take the exam. Very nice, right? With a very nice picture, some more, right? Okay, so anyway, example, so this is so-called physical evidence. You know that because of sometimes you found that some people, right, some consumer, they refuse to buy through online. The main reason they cannot touch the thing, they cannot see the things, they cannot try with the things. It's just like ladies. I don't know how many of you you know that normally ladies are like, for example, me myself, like I don't really like to buy the so-called like the blouse, the dress through online. You know why? Because if you buy your dress, your blouse through online, you know, okay, you cannot test, you cannot like, I mean, try to like put it on, and after that, see how nice is the dress. Is that clear? So that's why this is something so-called like short of physical evidence. So since you know that, if you buy something online, you can't really persuade the customer to buy for it because they can't really see the whole thing, right? So they can't really feel the quality also. So how you make the physical evidence here so-called like being replaced. So for example, this is one of the good example is that, for example, the visual tour. Try to give them the demo and then try to provide some testimonial. Like for example, after the student, that's why now few of you being catched, right? Being catched by marketing department to like, for example, they give you the interview session asking you how is the experience for online learning, and then actually what is the purpose they want to go for this way, because they want to publish big for whatever you comment, and then after that from there you know that the newcomer will come in just because of your comments. Exactly. So that's why I think testimonial is one. That's why you can see nowadays a lot of online businesses, they will try to ask you after you use the item, right, after you use the product, how you feel with the product. So after you write down the comment, right, straight away they will use your comment to post in the so-called like Facebook or Insta, so that to attract more customer. So to show people that see, our product is really good. Okay, even though for those they cannot try, but from your comments they'll feel like I want to try. Is that clear? So that's why these are the things that we have to. I mean, these are the things that is under marketing strategy. So remember, this is the conclusion here. Your marketing strategy, right, is like not only the 4 P's here. Now it's like you need to add on the 3, and then the 3 is what are the 3's here? People, process, and physical evidence. So how you need for this part here, you have to think of the way how, I mean, no matter what kind of business you are offering now, in the exam, normally examiner will ask you the same question. How you make full use with all the technology available, the technology advancement available to help you to enhance for all these so-called like area. Because all these areas here are critical to your company because they are marketing mix. They are the marketing tools helping you to advertise yourself. So that's why you need this kind of like advertising, promotions. Okay, so all the 4 in the exam, what you need to remember, just remember the piece here. What is the title? Because after you write down the title, right, the illustration, you have to use your own words to illustrate already. So this is the marketing 7 piece. Okay, so any question for this area? Anything you want to ask me before I move on? Yes. Come on, this part, is it important? Yes, very important. I will tell you what you need to do later. Okay, so any question? Yes, can you give me a response? Yes or no only? Come on.
No.
No question. Good. It's good. Okay. I feel like so tired to teach for this class, really. Hey, what happened to you? Actually, the rest of the class, they are all okay. They are very talkative here. I don't know what happened to you. Okay, so now you are stressed with your final assessment. I don't think so, right? Okay, so this one done. Now move on to the next one will be the next portion already. Since 7 P's is like no issue, so you know how to play with it. Remember, most important is not only remember the name. Remember, everyone can remember no special at all. Exactly. Most important, you have to know how to illustrate your point. How e-marketing, how so-called like how technology can help you to improve all these areas. Okay, so that you can advertise properly. Okay, now move on. The next one. Another one. This one, I'm sure that you didn't cover in your degree. This one is something covered, something more advanced, covered in ACCA only. So this one, the 6I here, the 6I, okay, you have 6I, you have to remember now. The 6I, very, 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 put a big star. Come on. You can draw for 2 star, 3 star, 5 star. This one, very important for the 6I. Okay, so where are your all the 6I here? You can see this is a big picture for you. Your 6I come from number 1, interactive, and then intelligent, independent of location, industry structure, individualization, integration. So a lot of students will ask me, we need to memorize all these. Yes, very important. Okay, so put a big star here. I draw the star for you. And sorry to inform you that give you a set fast. Why? All these you have to remember the keywords: interactive, independent of location, individualization, intelligent, industry, and integrations. So these are the 6I you need to know how to play with. Normally, these 6I here, how your examiner is going to test you, definitely you have to remember the main point here. Then after you remember the main point, normally question will ask you, since technology can help you a lot in terms of your marketing, your advertising, your promotions, right? So can you tell me what are the benefits for e-marketing? So e-marketing in simple means that the benefit for e-marketing. So the first one can help you to interact better with your consumer. So that's why I come from the words interactive. So the interactive here stands for like, you know that interactive means that you are able to communicate better compared to traditional marketing. Why? Because e-marketing normally, imagine traditional marketing is that you sell the item to the consumer take it, customer take it, after that customer go. But normally it's very hardly for you to communicate with the customer, like follow up the feedback, like for example, how good is the product, all this kind of thing. So because you just like buy and sell, that's it. Okay. So this is something so-called like without the interactive. But e-marketing can promote for interactive because you can engage them, you can tell them, like for example, recently, you can tell them, can I add you into the WhatsApp group? So if your customer allow, okay, I will join in the WhatsApp group already. Then from there, you can indirectly collect their feedback. So in simple means that from the feedback, you can improve for your next product. So that's why this is about how you can interact with the consumer. Is that clear? Or like, for example, if you can add them in, you will tell them, like, for example, you try to like my page in Facebook. Then after that, I will give you 20% discount. So what is the purpose you want to like get their like? Simple. Because since more people like for your page, then in simple means that in future you just post in your Facebook, then Facebook will notify them that you post for something new, right? So indirectly means that this is a way that you can interact with your consumer. Okay, so this is interactive. So this one easy, right? And then what is independent of location? For e-marketing, right, one of the good things for independent of location means that no matter where you are not required to set your office in the so-called like city area already. Because city area normally rental is very expensive. So independent of location means that since it's e-marketing, no matter how far you are, even let's say, for example, like you want to set your office in a very rural area, in a very far away from the city area, it's okay because you know that all the things here now is like e-marketing. So you can use internet or you can use like courier service to send over to deliver to your customer. So location is no issue at all. So you are totally independent towards the location. So it means that your business won't be affected because of location not good. Okay, not like traditional marketing before. If traditional marketing, if you don't want to set your location in a strategy area, then you will lose for the sales. Is that clear? So now it's like you don't have this issue anymore. Then after that, individualization in simple means that this one is tailor-made. You can put the remarks here. This is tailor-made. In simple means that for e-marketing, right, you can purposely tailor-made to your customer. So make your customer feel like in simple means that make the customer feel like they feel like, in simple means that like they feel like you are trying to tailor-make something for them, and then they feel like they are very special. So for example, how to tailor-make? Like for example, after your customer buy from you, right? Actually, from the system, you're not required to purposely go and remember the customer name. Once customer give you the membership number already, so you key in. After you key in, right, the next day straight away you can send one email to the customer. Mr. Someone, thank you for your purchases on which date and then how much. Okay, and then our next promotion will be blah 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 blah. So from there, the email, right? Okay, it's like after the customer receive the email, they'll feel like, wow, okay. So even the system can detect who is the customer. Actually, all this is like because of technology. Actually, everything is like by setting on it. Is that clear? So that's why you make them feel like they are very special. It's better than if like imagine if like without the tailor-made, right? In simple means that you just send out a very general email to everyone. So just like dear customer. So means that they will feel like, oh, dear customer means that everyone can be included. So they won't feel something special. But e-marketing, you can make them feel like special with specially dedicated the customer name over in the email. So that's why this is so-called like you can customize it. Okay, so this one can make the customer feel like very so-called like they are like the prestige customer. So at the end of the day, they will feel like, oh, happy with this company. Then after that, they will come back and buy from you. Is that clear? So this is individualization. Then what is intelligent? Intelligent in simple means that e-marketing, because of the E here, they are very smart. So this is intelligence. So intelligence stands for smart. So smart in the sense of they can collect the data. They can collect the data in the sense of like, for example, they can easily get more data compared to traditional marketing. Traditional marketing is like more online. If you need the data, you have to ask the customer, and then you have to ask the customer to fill in the form, all this kind of thing. But now no need already. Like for example, one of the e-marketing, this one, normally you know that, like for example, most of the shop now, they provide for membership. It's just like, for example, you can go to any of the shop with the membership. Normally, after you buy for something, right, they will ask you, is there any membership card or anything? So after they key in the membership card, they will give you 20% discount or 10% discount, right? So customer feel like happy to provide this information. But actually, the moment when they collect your membership card, right, it's like the moment when they obtain your data. Once they obtain your data already, so means that they got the, like for example, your information today, which date, the date of for the transaction, and then how much you buy, and then what kind of things you buy. So from the things that you buy, if like for the first month, second month, third month, after they collect all the data for 10 months already, roughly they know that what is your purchasing pattern. So like for example, if you go to, for example, I use the example for myself. Like for example, I like to use the Parkson member card, okay, to buy for my monthly, so-called my monthly product, or like facial product, cosmetic, okay, or like skincare, okay, remember? So normally, Parkson membership is that they will tell you, if you buy with Parkson membership card, okay, actually you got special discount. So because of this, we join for the discount. Then from there, you know, like, okay, actually they indirectly, they are trying to retrieve the information on every month, which area I spend more with Parkson. So normally, you know that Parkson is actually, you can go there, buy with household item, you can buy with cosmetic, you can buy with, like, let's say, for example, the dress, the so-called like the shoes, everything, right? But for me, I spend more on this area, the cosmetic and the skincare. So that's why every month, you know what, the system very smart. Parkson every month will send me with all the promotion related to cosmetic and skincare, because they know that my target is on cosmetic and skincare. So indirectly, this e-marketing system will detect, it's like very smart, can detect whatever your customer like to buy. So at the end of the day, you can send the email to me, and then the brochure they send to me, right, is directly on what I want to buy. So that's why this is more on tailor-made already. So individualization. So they won't send me, like, for example, those like promotion on household item, because they know that I'm not interested with this area. But normally they know that, okay, whatever I buy from the past 6 months, based on what they observe from my buying pattern, right? They know that it's like I spend a lot on cosmetic, I spend a lot on, like, for example, perfume, or like I spend a lot on the skincare. So that's why from there, okay, the system very smart, can detect all the pattern, and then from there they know that how to tailor-make my email. They know that how to tailor-make the brochure for me. So that's why this is so-called like the powerful of e-marketing. That's why now you know that a lot of business, why they will give you even like the membership card, you are not required to pay for anything, you know. They will just tell you, you just give me your information, and then the membership card is actually FOC, free of charge. So what is the purpose for the membership card? Because of they want to collect for our data. So this is the intelligent part. And the moment when you proceed to the cashier, right, they will tell you, if you got membership, actually we will give you further discount. So actually, what is the purpose they want to get the membership number? Simple. Because of actually the discount is trying to attract us to provide the information. But after we provide for the information, right, they are trying to detect and collect for our information. So this is something so-called like a very smart way to obtain your data. It's better than you obtain the data from your consumer, but you tell the consumer no benefit at all. Then I'm sure that your consumer not interested to provide you with the data. But if you tell them that, okay, it's like after you provide the data, I will give you 20% discount. Everyone willing to give you the data. Is that clear? Okay, so that's why this is called like the powerful of e-marketing. Okay, so you can see all these things, right, whatever up to what I explained here, it's like all these things is something cannot be done by using traditional or conventional marketing. So this is the powerful of e-marketing. Then after that, because of this e-marketing here, I try to explain this one because this one is like related. Integration. Because of this e-marketing, right, you can integrate with the rest of the so-called like business, even though it's different kind of business. For example, I'm not sure how many of you know about this, but in future you would for sure, after you work and after you travel very intense, right, you know that this marketing system already. Normally, like for example, you know that, like for example, hotel, like for example myself, I will join for one group called hotel.com. And then this hotel.com, right, actually is a kind of e-marketing, just apps only. We download and then we try to sign out everything. Then this e-marketing here, the powerful for this part is that, for example, you want to go for a tour now, and then you don't know how to go for the tour, and then after that you want to book for the hotel, you want to book for everything. So actually, this system, right, will link everything together. Like for example, including booking for hotel, like for example, which restaurant to go, like for example, which places you have to go, you must go to have a tour visit, all this kind of thing. So they will link all the travel agent, hotel industry, and even like restaurant, cafe, they will link everything together. So this will become integration. Integration means that integrated. They link everything together. So this is integrated. Then after that, because of this integration, they will become one whole industry. So industry structure in simple means that they will form out as one industry already. So this is so-called like what kind of industry? Travel industry. Okay, so this is how they link the whole thing together. So by just one click to go in the apps, actually you can access for everything already. So this is it's indirectly means that a lot of consumers like this because of very convenient. Not like before. It's like before that, like we talked about 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you can ask your parents if they really want to go to for travel, they have to go for a lot of places to do the reservation. Like for example, hotel, they have to purposely call over. And then for air ticketing, they have to purposely purposely go to travel agent and ask them to arrange for you. So a lot of things have to do. But now different already. By using one click, by using the apps, as long as you hold with debit card or credit card in hand, right? So you can do the reservation for everything already. So this is how convenient. Even like 1 or 2 days before you travel, you just like do the reservation, right? Actually, it's like, you still can do it. Okay, it's not like previously. Previously, you had to do it like 1 month, 2 months before you travel. So that's why now it's like indirectly means that because of the convenience, right, customers will easily being attracted. So that's why this is the powerful for e-marketing. So because of this e-marketing, you can easily reach your customer and then you can easily attract your customer to stay with you. So this is e-marketing, the benefit of e-marketing. So remember the 6I here, and these are all the 6I here, very, very important. But in the exam, your examiner won't ask you to explain all the 6I. Normally, they will just pick out a few and then you have to explain based on the requirement. Or sometimes your examiner won't mention about the 6I. Your examiner will mention, e-marketing is very powerful, blah, blah, blah. Can you prepare a PowerPoint slide and then present on what will be the benefit of e-marketing? Then you have to bring out all this. So this part here always come out. Your examiner like it so much. Normally the question come out roughly 10 to 15 marks for this part. So always come out because this one I think is a current topic, is a so-called like current issue nowadays. Okay, you can just based on all these 6I here to help you to expand your business as well. You can normally I remember got one past year came out already, and then the past year test the candidate on mentioned that got one director suggest the rest of the director, why not we go for e-marketing, and then trying to highlight that the director asking you for your opinion, what are the benefits if we really go for e-marketing, how the e-marketing here can help you to improve your business based on the 6I. Okay, so that's why all this again, you just need to remember all these titles. And if you go through the next page here, right, you can see I give you quite a few examples. You can just try to read through. But actually, are you required to memorize all this? No, please don't memorize because in the exam, different case, you need to apply different things. It's just like the description here, you can read through so that you know that, so in the exam, you can explain something like this. Okay, so any question with the 6I before I move on? Yes. 6I, no issue. Lucy, no questions. Okay, good. Okay, so if no question, then I will quickly cover the last two portion already. The last two for tonight. The rest is like not that challenging. Only these two. I think these two is a bit challenging only. And then some more is the key topic. So remember 7Ps and 6I. Tonight we cover 7Ps and 6I, and then both these areas are very, very super important for coming exam. No matter it's September or December exam. Okay, remember. Now move on to the next one. On e-branding. E-branding, okay lah. You know that how important for branding, right? You know that branding is very important, right? Sometimes the customer can blindly stick to that particular brand just because of the branding. Exactly. It's just like, for example, for those fans for Apple, actually sometimes you found that it's like no matter what kind of product come out by Apple, you know that Apple is good, right? Because of branding. Exactly. No offense for Samsung fans. I know that some of you might be Samsung fans. Okay, so no matter where you go, you know that when we talk about smartphone, everyone talk about Apple. Am I right? So this is so-called branding. It's just like university. Like for example, maybe some of you here you tell me that branding is not important. I can simply buy for something without the brand. It's okay also. But I tell you how powerful is branding. It's just like, for example, imagine, I mean, example only, example. Imagine next year, okay, I just for your information, I mean, example. If we heard about University of Harvard, I think all of you know what is University of Harvard, right? Okay, you know that everyone, I mean, for all of us, is our dream university. So University of Harvard, so that's why normally when you graduate from if you are really graduate from University of Harvard, okay, you will make sure that you print out the certificate big. A4 size not enough. You will make it like the whole paper like A1 size. Okay, so make it like big. Okay, and then try to highlight, underline, bold some more. Okay, try to make it clear. Okay, tell everyone that you are graduated from University of Harvard, and right, because of the branding. Is that clear? So if like, let's say for example, if you got another chance, okay, next year, you want to enroll for your master, let's say for example, master, okay, for example, because I know that most of you now is a degree, so that's why I'm not interested with degree anymore. So what if you got two choices now, University of Swinburne and University of Harvard, both offer exactly same price. Okay, same price. Don't talk about different price. The pricing exactly the same. And then the duration to complete the master program, same thing, exactly same duration. So tell me, you prefer University of Harvard or University of Swinburne? Come on. Just a simple
Harvard
question.
lah.
So why Harvard lah? Why? Is it compulsory? Not compulsory, right? But why you choose University of Harvard instead of University of Swinburne?
Because Harvard is more famous.
Yes, very good. So that's why you know that. What do you mean by branding? Yes. So that's why branding is really important. That's why I remember got one semester, I forgot which semester already. The student very naughty lah. That's why I don't know what happened with your class. Your class is very quiet. I got one semester, I remember SBL student. The student try to very naughty. They tell me that they don't want to choose University of Harvard because they know that the answer must be University of Harvard. They purposely tell me that how good is Swinburne University? Okay, so after that, okay, I remember I asked them. So let's say, for example, I want to buy you a phone now. I want to buy you a smartphone now. Okay, and then I use the smartphone as a price. Let's say the one who scored the highest for SBL, I'll buy you a smartphone. Okay, and then you prefer me to buy with Apple, Samsung, Oppo, Huawei, or any of the other brand. I let you to choose. And after that, straight away tell me, okay, then in this case, supposed to be Apple lah. Okay, so why? Because of, again branding lah. Is that clear? So that's why you know that how important is branding lah. So in simple means that in marketing, what we are trying to emphasize here is that in marketing, you have to know that what suppose you need to highlight in order to bring the brand up. Is that clear? Okay, so it's just like same thing here. I'm sure that for those, if our marketing staff know that University of Harvard is coming into Kuching, Sarawak, then I'm sure that the whole market next year we are not required to do anymore. Okay, we have to we have to think of the way on how to survive really. Okay, so that's why this is called e-branding, the branding. So, but the branding here is not talk about the traditional way how we build out the brand. We talk about how to build out the brand through so-called e-commerce, e-business. So in simple means that for example, you can publish it, you can advertise it through social media. This is one of the good way, or through website. So this is another way. Okay, so these are the things that you just read through. So e-branding is as simple as that. Okay, then now move on, continue. The next thing is this one very, very important. Your examiner like to test you. And normally when examiner test you for this part, right, very, very important, you can put the remarks here. Because this one actually, even though you don't want to touch about this one in your paper, in your paper SBL, right? Even next time, if you plan to continue with your master, right, I'm sure that your lecturer will teach you this CRM program as one of the whole chapter, CRM. So what is CRM? Normally, it's even for example, I'm not sure how many of you watch for drama. Even you watch for those Hong Kong drama, Korea drama, or even those Taiwan drama. Okay, so it's all the drama in the drama, if they talk about business world, right, they will highlight, emphasize on CRM program. So why? Because it's because we cannot be the traditional marketing anymore. Previously, the old method, our grandparent generation, when they sell for something, right, they will just sell it. After that, that's it. Normally, they won't care about the services after sales. Okay, they won't care about after sales services. So they won't care that who is the customer also, because previous market, is that clear? Previously, but nowadays the market is very competitive now. So that's why we have to make sure that in order to win over the customer, right, sometimes we have to do a lot of customer relationship management. So it means that we have to think of the way on how to maintain the customer relationship. Even though today you are third year student already, but marketing, I'm sure that marketing staff still smile with you, right? You know why? Can you tell me why marketing staff still smile with you? You are third year student already. Third year, suppose you are going to be like almost like graduate already. So suppose marketing staff no need to smile with you, right? Luckily, I'm not marketing staff. Normally, if I'm marketing staff, I won't smile with you anymore because it's like I know that you're almost graduated. But you can see that why today marketing staff still smile with you, still say hello to you, still be very kind with you. Main reason. Tell me why. Hey, you don't know the tactic.
Maintain good relationship because you might enroll for the master.
Yes. Because when they see you, right, they think of future selves. Okay. So yes, very good. Because even though now it's a degree third year already, but you need to continue with, let's say, ACCA. You need to continue, let's say, CPA. You need to continue, let's say, for example, your master, your PhD. Remember. So that's why to build up the long-term relationship, exactly. So we don't want short-term relationship. I know that nowadays, if I mention about long-term relationship, a lot of you're trying to disagree with me because you change your boyfriend is like frequently, right? Okay, or your girlfriend frequently, right? That's why. Okay, but remember, in customer relationship management, teachers, we have to focus on long-term. This one is long-term relationship. So in simple means that we have to change the today we try to get you in at the moment when you are in foundation. Marketing staff is trying to put a lot of effort to get you in as a customer. So after you confirm as a customer already, and then try to be kind to every one of you until your third year, because main reason we want to maintain this relationship so that you will bring them long-term benefit. So that's why this is the reason they emphasize on long-term relation, because long-term relation will give them long-term profit. Even you don't want to continue with your master, you don't want to continue with your, let's say, your PhD, but your sibling, your cousin, so they need your good comment on Swinburne University so that in future they can expect for repeat business. So this is the reason why a lot of companies they emphasize on CRM. So what they've realized is like a lot of research. Those researchers, they try to go for research and find out those business can really maintain good with customer relationship. They can really so-called like substance. It's not only like profit only. It's like they can really substance for long run because they can really build up the relationship. So how to build up the relationship in the CRM program? CRM promote for these three. So you need to remember these three: acquisitions, retentions, and extension. So this one, normally in short, I ask the student to remember because you have a lot of things to remember. So ERA. So what is the ERA stand for? This one, I need to go from the back. I use this different color. I need to go from the back. So the first one, A, acquisitions. We try to like improve and then try to maintain this program here. Main reason we have to know how to acquire the customer first. So that's why, like for example, they will carry out different kind of open day to try to get your information. So normally they will ask you, okay, do you mind to provide me with your handphone number, your email address? So what is the purpose they ask for all this? Because they want to acquire you. So after they got your information, they can skip like spam your email, right? Okay, no. Okay, so I use a better words. Okay, they want to send you for the email and then notify you with the new intake. So this is acquisitions. The A stand for. And then retention means that after you are the customer already, confirm you sign with the package already, then you have to think of the way on how to use CRM to retain your customer. So normally, like for example, you need to like key in all the data. Then after that, you need to like from time to time try to create the forum group, try to create the group chat is one. Okay, to engage your customer. So they will tell you that the feedback, everything. So that's why you are trying to retain them. Because if you can understand better for your customer, you can solve their problem, they will like you very much. So this is so-called like retain. After you retain, then you will become repeat sales. So it means that they will come back again. So after they come back again, then I'm sure that because when your customer come back, right, in simple means that your customer love you so much. So otherwise they won't come back. Impossible. You don't like a place and then you still come back, am I right? Okay, so that's why once they got you, you can come back again and again. Then indirectly means that the network is like extended. So the E stands for extensions. Extension means that you will like forever, you are the loyal customer already. Then some more, you will still bring them more customers. So in simple means that this is extensions. Okay, so remember CRM this program here, this software here can help you to acquire, retain, and extend your customer base. Okay, so just remember your era. Okay, so remember, normally these 3 keywords are very important. When your examiner asks you on CRM, you need to make sure that you bring out these 3 keywords. Okay, and then on top of these 3, right, this one, very important also. The long notes here, you just read through for your own side, because I use the explanations here already. Okay, and then the last one is this one, SRA. S stand for sense, and then R stand for respond, and then adjust. In order to retain your customer, right, actually we have to make sure that we have to follow this model. We need to be able to sense. So if you tell me that you are very dummy, even the customer feel like show you a very black face in front of you already, but you still cannot feel it. So this is that your sensor is not good, exactly. So you have to make sure that that's why those people dealing with like marketing staff, PR staff, HR staff, normally they are very sensitive. They can from your face, they can see that whether you are happy or not happy. So because they need to sense on what is your response now. Okay, so this is sense. Okay, so and then our response in simple means that after they send it, they have to quickly take actions. So that's why respond. Okay, so they have to make sure that they have to respond to you. If you are not happy, they have to quickly solve your issue. Okay, so this is respond. And then adjust means that they have to be flexible. So if after they found that you are not happy with it already, and then they have to quickly adjust for it. They cannot tell you that, okay, we cannot do it. Okay, so just let it be. So if they just let it be like this, I'm sure that they cannot retain you anymore. So I'm sure that for those 3rd year students, you can feel that our marketing staff and our SIC, okay, our student HQ, they are very good with sense, right? Sense, respond, and adjust. If they can't really do it, okay, then what you can do is, okay, if maybe some of you got some bad experience with them, it's okay. You can bring this topic, okay, you can try to print out these notes and then paste on the door of SIC, see the HQ, paste on the door, and then ask them to read for these 3. Tell them, do you know that actually these 3 is very important to all of you as a service line? Okay, kidding. Don't go back and tomorrow, okay, I suddenly found that it's like the whole SIC student HQ is full with these notes, and then some more with this title SBL, then I will be in trouble because the whole campus know that I'm the one to teach for this one. Okay, so please, or maybe you are facing with this with marketing staff, you can tell them, you know that these 3 are very important. Can you sense that? Can you feel that I'm not happy now? And then can you respond? Tutorial 6. You have the tutorial 6 question with you ready, right? Okay, you may highlight now. And I hope you have done with the reading, but in case you really haven't run through the reading, it's okay. At least you highlight first. I want you to do something for me now. You can highlight in the question paper. This is tutorial 6, question number 1, BA times. Okay, so for this question, right, BA times is actually, I'm trying to explain with you. For the one I highlight in pink color, right, is just the introduction for the company. So the pink color one, you can see BA times, is actually, so-called like this is an institutions. It's something sort of like college, okay? A college, a learning provider. They are learning provider. They provide for classes, and then to run for those training courses to prepare the candidate for the exam. So it's something like, for example, Swinburne is the learning provider for ACCA and CPA. So we are running for the classes, conduct the classes to prepare the candidate to go for the exam. Something sort of like ACCA. Is that clear? Okay, then continue. But this BA times here is actually not only provide for the courses. Actually, they are more on like magazine. So they are more on a magazine. So BA Time is actually a magazine, a subscription. You can see the keywords here. A subscription magazine means that you have to pay for it for the magazine. And then they will publish once in a month. So means that it's a monthly magazine. And then this subscription here, you have to subscribe for it, pay for it. Then after that, they will provide you with the news and article to prepare the student for the examinations. Okay, then means that for those students, normally they will subscribe for it because they want to pass for the exam. So because in there, normally you will provide a lot of article, news, okay, regarding the exam. So from there they can study for something extra. So the magazine so far currently what BA Time trying to do is edited and printed. So in simple means that it's in hard copy. Okay, then blah blah blah. You read through the whole thing here. The rest is like just storytelling. Okay, now move on. Continue with the one you can see. I try to highlight in green color. So the one in green color, right, is telling you the problem they are facing now recently. So recently, even though all this while, you can see that the recognition is very good. In simple means that the goodwill is very good. A lot of people mention that this is a very quality magazine, but magazine recently is currently facing with unprofitable issue. Why? Due to increased production and distribution and office costs. In simple means that the production, distribution, and office costs is keep increasing. So when the expenses is keep increasing, then you know that to the level that you can't really handle it, then at the end of the day, the company will facing with a big loss. Okay, so and then some more you can see they are facing with the issue of reduce in the number of subscription and reduce in the advertising. So reduce in the number of subscription means that less people buy for, so-called like subscribe for the magazine. Less and less people. So previously maybe got 50 persons subscribe for the magazine, but now become 20. After that slowly become 10. So that's why this is a problem now. And some more, what do you mean by reduce by advertising? Because currently if this is a magazine, normally you can imagine first few pages, normally they will advertise on those related areas, remember? Like for example, if this is ACCA magazine, they will advertise on, they will try to promote on BPP, they will try to promote on Kaplan textbook, So this is something so-called like this, but Kaplan and BPP normally will pay for the, pay to the magazine, so that magazine from there can earn for another income, another revenue called advertising. Okay, so you in simple means that you let other people to advertise in your magazine and then you collect money from there. But recently you can see less and less people reduce the number in advertising already. So what is the reason why all these things happen? Certainly because of changing reading habit. So why you can is this like the generation now? You can see that it's like when I ask you to read for something, right, you prefer e-copy. You prefer to read from your iPad. You prefer to read from computer. You prefer to read from PDF file instead of everything print out. Is that clear? So less and less people. So you can see it's just like something like, if you want to imagine, remember, normally when you handle the question, right, I always ask the student, try to imagine, put in something you can imagine so that later on when you explain for the answer, right, your answer is going to be like, can answer directly to the question instead of like, you keep telling me those textbook answer. Okay, so this is very important. So because of the changing reading habit here, this make all of you is like, make the company in trouble because of you can imagine previously everyone will like subscribe for the newspaper, but now nobody subscribe for newspaper already. If like we talk about 20 years ago, if you tell people that your house didn't subscribe for newspaper, people will feel like shocking. But now if you tell people that normally my house won't subscribe for any newspaper, people will feel like no logic because everyone go for e-newspaper already. Is that clear? So the generation, the environment is different. So that's why I make all these things happen here. And furthermore, you can see advertisers are increasingly unconvinced about the effective of advertising. So means that advertisers feel like after I advertise in your magazine, right, I can't see any good news about so-called like my revenue. So you make the advertiser feel like I don't want to advertise in your magazine anymore. So that's why this is the issue you are facing here. So the one in green color, all are the issue that you are facing now. Then continue, you can see that's why because of this, the sales is dropping and then the cost is increasing. So BA time trying to carry out a survey. Okay, so the survey here is trying to ask you on actually currently what are the things that all these things are happen now. Happening now is actually what are the reasons. So you can see the reason will be one, I'm studying for the ABC syllabus. The first respondent mentioned that I'm studying for the syllabus, but the topic and the exam are not relevant to me. So in simple means that you are mentioning something like too deep to the extent that the basic student can't really understand. So this is the problem of tailor-made, right? So remember just now we cover one I called individualization. So this individualization here in simple means that if you can dedicated a section for those beginner, then they can just click in those area only. They are not required to run through everything in general. Then at the end of the day, they feel like very technical. They can't really absorb. It's just like, for example, I asked those foundation students to come purposely to SBL. Then I'm sure that they feel like very dizzy. What happened actually is okay, because the syllabus is totally far away. But if I let the second year and third year student, that's why you know why is the reason. That's why I remember recently one student in year one, the student asked me, can he join for ACCA class? I asked him, better don't, not because of any rule and regulation. Actually, there's no rule and regulation given by ACCA. First year student cannot join for the class. But the problem is, if you join for the class, right, can you understand the content or not? Is that clear? So that's why, because it's too deep, is that clear? Okay, so that's why this is something so-called like, the first respondent mentioned that. That's why I found that the topic and examination is not relevant to me. Okay, so that's why BA time later, since you know this problem, you have to think of the way to address this issue. Okay, then after that, the next thing is I reached the final year, means that you are in the final year of the examinations already. Okay, then I don't want to read the article about stage 1, which I already passed already. So in simple means that for final year student, they'll feel like too boring. Okay, why? Just now one student mentioned that too deep. Okay, but now it's like the final year student say too easy for me lah. Okay, why? Because it's like the information too general. Because I'm in final year already. Exactly. So that's why this is the second respondent mentioned. So again, from this respondent here, I can see it's like again, in simple means that BA time didn't customize the information. If you can arrange it like first year student, you access on these few pages. Third year student, you access on these few pages. Then this thing won't be happen anymore. Okay. Then after that, you found that another respondent mentioned the issue they bring up is really irritating or just plain wrong. In simple means that something happened with the quality of the content here. And some more, the worst case is editor seldom make any comment on this. So in simple means that from here, you can see that they are lack of interactive. Editor is like after they write down, edit for all the, magazine already, they will just like, my job is done already. They won't go further. So that's why the reader feel like very irritating here. Okay, so this one is another issue. Okay, and then after that, you can look at the last issue here. I become a business analyst to get a job. It means that this student is, this respondent here is like graduated already, not just sit for the exam, but whatever you provide, right, is mainly on exam. So in simple means that your target, your area here again, you are not like, can cover for all the level. So it means that you just generally cover for general student, and some more first year student feel like too deep, and last year student feel like too easy. So that's why this is the portions that you have to think of how to improve it. So all these are the things that they bring up, and then blah blah blah. The last two, okay, I'll just read through. Okay, so these are the issue happen. Then you can see, look at the question. This is a past year question. The past year question asks you analyze how. You have to tell me how. Remember. So instead of tell me what is interactive, save your time. No need to tell me what is that already. Tell me how. How to use interactive, individualization, intelligent, independent of location. So in simple means that out of 6 examiner very kind. Examiner mentioned that I just need these 4. Exactly these 4. How these 4 here can help you can help the owner, Victor, in his development of new business model for BA time. So if BA time really, because of now you realize that a lot of people prefer e-copy instead of like hard copy already. So now you have to tell me how this so-called like the e-copy here, you can make full use of interactive, individualization, intelligent, and independent of location to achieve better business model here compared to your traditional business model. So all these based on your own creativity. So 50 marks here only. So 15 marks look like scary. You can try to share 15 divided with 4. So roughly 1 point is about. Come on, help me to calculate a bit. 15 divided with 4. 1 point is about
3 point something.
3 point something, yeah. So in simple means that why is like 3 point something? No worry, no need to write exactly 3.5 exactly. So because some of the point you can write more, some of the point you write less. So that's why sum out is total 15. So roughly 3 marks, 3 to 4 marks. So it depends on how you allocate the marks. So later on, you need to give me the answer here. You need to advise, tell me how all these, all these 4 area here, the 4I here, can help you to expand your new business model. What is a new business model we are talking about? On how to make the whole thing here through e-marketing, how to make full use with technology to expand your business now, and then to overcome all these issues you are facing now. Okay, then you know what are the issues you are facing now. That's why you have to understand first currently what are the problems you are facing. Okay, then move on to the next one will be you need to write a short report, and then in your report, right, you have to tell me the effect of any potential technology or media change because of these changes, right? So all how it will affect you in terms of if you are the subscriber. Subscriber means that you subscribe for the magazine. And then to the advertiser, those people advertise in your magazine, and overall financial the viability of his company. So means that the financial whether it's going to be improved or the financial impact is going to be even worse, then you can discuss. So remember the effect here, tell me, you need to write a report for me, right? And then tell me the effect on this potential impact on the technology and media change. So if you really go for these changes, right, the effect here will be positively affected or negatively affected. What do you think? How it will affect you if you really move yourself to e-copy instead of the printed copy?
I think positively.
Positive. Agree with you, positive. But is it possible will bring a negative change to you? Positive. Possible also, right? Yes, very good. So that's why in this part here, question asks you, you need to write a report and then discuss about if you really go for this, like change from printed copy to e-copy now. E-copy, everyone like e-copy now. So if these kind of changes really will positively or negatively affect you. So the effect here, you can discuss both sides, the positive impact and the negative impact. So, and then when you discuss about the impact, right, you have to tell me if you are the subscriber, how it will affect you, positively or negatively, or both. Then you have to discuss. Then to the advertiser, means that if you are the advertiser now, so it will positively affect you or negatively affect you, how it will affect you. Okay, then after that, overall to the financial viability of the company. So whether it's positively or negatively affected. So this part here, you need to, you need to write down the impact here. And then remember, you can write down positively or negatively or even both. So depends on your imagination already. So total is like 10 marks. So for me, I will split like 10 marks share with 3 portions, subscriber, advertiser, and financial status for the company. So altogether 3 portions, right? So roughly 3 point something. So 3 point something again, not much to mention actually, because 3 point something on it.